I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to Whatever Waits Live on Woodsports.com. He's joined by Spinmo Rex.
I'm a spooky ghost.
It's better than the yellow.
Kohloff, Christian Michael.
I look like I'm risen.
Go. Oh yeah, you are. I'm really fucking yellow too. Sorry for
John
swearing right away. Yeah, you know what? This is too cam. So we get that fixed.
No,
We're both we're shining bright like I look like a Simpsons character. put it back. Put it back. Let's do this one time for the two shot. I just yellow as hell. Wow. White balance, folks. That's what it's called. We got Caleb the Colorblind joining the show. His camera's fine.
Yep. I don't know. Were you guys watching when it was me and Chris on the desk and I was wearing the yellow
really
shirt?
fun.
Oh, you were here?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad one. I looked like the sun. It was not great. And the chat was not, they were loving it.
That's what the chat is. Anson has like, you guys gave Anson like PTSD. But that was chat at its prime before like the breakup with some of our other folks. So we're still cool with it. I don't know why you guys left.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anson was abused with the part.
Oh yeah,
He had the hard part in the hair. He brings it up every single time we talk, I swear.
for sure. You guys remember when I was on the chat and they were calling me Adolf Hansen? Yeah.
They're ruthless, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Spitty was like traveling somewhere and watching, and he'd send me text laughing about the chat.
Oh, for sure. I think it's when I was going to Cali.
You probably started it in your burner.
I've got a couple burners, so.
Ah. You got a couple for you use them?
No, not really. One of them's Joey 3 times. But I don't really use it anymore. I just did it one time because there was like a fake Joey 2 times in the chat and he was getting mad, so I made Joey 3 times and started going at him too.
Oh man. Speaking of 2 times, JJ out of nowhere. Knee surgery, torn meniscus. They haven't really given us a timetable. It sounds like about a month or so though. I mean I've dealt with my own meniscus.
Couple
issues.
months.
Yeah, it's
sure.
nothing where he's out for the season or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
it doesn't sound like it's too bad of a tear, so yeah, probably a couple months just a cleanup process. It sucks for him. Hopefully he'll be fine going forward, but as long as he doesn't play more games, I'm cool with that.
So for sure Sam Down starting now. Nick?
Yeah, he for sure is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was wrong, okay, damn it. I got one of these. We're going to hit on JJ a little bit later. I got a question for the room, so
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it. But, yeah, hopefully he comes back and has a good career. Obviously not how you want to start out your rookie year.
Yeah. And I apologize, by the way, too, because we're doing Around the League with Nick a little bit later. I have 2 national stories. I'll just touch on this one, too. Remember the guy who said uke to the Steelers, and all the national reporters kind of shitting on him?
Shitting on him, yeah.
It's looking like uke to the Steelers is what's going to happen. We'll discuss that, I'm
Talk
sure,
about
later.
best receiving
Did you have
duo in the NFL.
All right, relax.
George Pickens, Brandon Ayuk.
Relax.
2
Did
top
you have
10
that in your...
receivers.
No? So we can talk about it? All right, fuck yeah. I mean...
Yeah, 2 top 10 receivers on the same team.
relax.
Russell Wilson,
Look out!
comeback season.
I don't think I had Ayuk in mind, did I?
I don't know. But I heard Justin Fields is looking like
Ass.
dog water.
That's
so.
right, yeah. I watched actually his first 2 series, and he fumbled on the snap like twice. Which also, don't forget, they drafted our boy Frazier too, if I'm not mistaken. So it could be on him as well.
Yeah.
Did he? He was in the center a few times in Chicago, or were they all just shotgun?
No, I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he's just not a good quarterback, honestly.
Cook.
What'd you say?
They got to let Russ cook.
Russ
Pittsburgh.
really wasn't that bad last year. We had
I don't know.
26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Yeah, he did get an unfair shake in Denver, but I'm just not a Russ guy.
Just
Yeah.
wait until the Pittsburgh Steelers finish second in the division. You guys are all going to be, damn, Spenny was a genius.
I was a Russ guy, but like I can't deny that he's no longer what he used to be. He
Yes.
used to be like, he used to be fun to watch. He used to turn chicken shit into chicken soup all the time. I remember, I think it was like back-to-back years in the
Chicken salad,
playoffs.
I think.
Whatever, both works, both better than
I
chicken
guess.
shit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But the thing is, I mean, The point I was trying to make, I guess, was
I like
the Seattle Seahawks game. I think it was one that was in Green Bay too, and I think he had 2 comebacks, like 2 years straight against Aaron Rodgers. And I was like, this guy he's knucking futz.
Yeah, no, Russ was good. He has one of the best deep balls in the NFL. So I'm sure we're gonna see that in full form when you have 2 elite wide receivers and George Pickens and Brandon Ayuk.
All right.
If that trade does come to fruition, but the Steelers are gonna be a problem if they go out and get Ayuk for sure.
So you got, if I remember correctly, and Nick, I don't know if you wrote his down, but you had, who did you have winning that division? The Ravens still?
I had the Ravens winning, yes.
The Steelers number 2?
Yep.
Steelers in the playoffs then, or what?
Yes.
Steelers. Who'd you had? Bengals, Browns.
Browns, Bengals.
Brett.
I think I still had Steelers 4 for me.
I think I had Steelers 4 as well. I'm still not on the Steelers hype train.
To be honest, though, Ayuk trade might change that just a little bit. Just I feel like they drafted the one kid out of Penn State, didn't they? I know they drafted one tackle and they drafted a center I really like too. I'm gonna look it up right now, actually.
I think with that defense, and you just think about Watt and the other guy, his name's escaping me right now, but he's super good on that defensive line with him.
Alex Highsmith?
Yeah, Highsmith is, if Russell can put up points in that division, they're going to win a lot of games. But I just don't know. Russ is kind of getting up there now, mobile quarterback. How's he going to hold up? We'll see. That's my only concern with the Steelers. But Spenny's on board. We'll see how it goes.
Spenny's been on board.
Troy Fontanu and Zach Frazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean.
Yeah, they
and I like Jalen Warren already, by the way.
that offensive line. Jalen Warren's good. They got 2 quarterbacks that are both better than Kenny Pickett.
They sniped Patrick Queen. They
Sniped
drafted
Patrick
Peyton
Queen.
Willis.
Already had a
Wilson.
fantastic defense. Probably maybe the best, actually definitely the best pass rushing duo in the NFL.
Damn, they got Mason McCormick, too.
Yeah. Told you. Spenny knows ball.
I mean, I don't know if that makes them the second best team in the division.
I do.
I don't know about all that. We got to see what Arthur Smith does as
all
well,
that.
too.
Just wait on it.
I know Arthur Smith received praise as offensive coordinator, but he had Derek fucking Henry. Like, it's going to make everybody look good. Even after the departure of Arthur Smith, they're going to continue to run the ball well. I'm hearing reports out of the Ravens camp that he's not going to be a starter. Oh, that's Cap or what?
Who would start over him? J.K. Dobbins again, and then he gets hurt.
Dobbins is with the
in
Chargers.
He's on the Chargers.
Yeah.
Keaton Mitchell's on the
Keaton
pup.
Mitchell, yeah.
I like Keaton
He's
Mitchell
hurt.
a lot.
He's hurt as well, yeah.
They're lying to you.
Justice Hill.
Come on.
Let me confirm
Not a
this.
fucking chance, dude.
Yeah, come on.
There's no chance in hell that Justice Hill starts over Derrick Henry.
I'm confirming.
What are you gonna bring in Derrick Henry on passing downs? Like, nah.
Third down back.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening. Oh, John Harbaugh just said he's high. He's high in the depth chart.
Super
He's splitting
stoned.
carries. I mean, that's going to happen for either way.
Yeah, John Harbaugh's like, Derrick Henry's not even gonna start, bro.
No, I'm definitely not.
You'd have to be high to say something like that.
How high is Derrick Henry going in drafts?
Probably be first or second round pick.
I'm scared. I'm scared to take him.
It's scary to take him every year, and then you look at the end of the year, he's got 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally every year, everybody's like, so much wear and tear. Derrick Henry can't be the same. And then you look at the end of the year, and he's still Derrick Henry.
Just off the top of my head, if I had to guess, he's probably like the running back in full PPR leagues. He's probably like running back 9.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
These guys, Gibbs, Brees Hall, McCaffrey.
Speaking of fantasy,
Bijan.
either this week or next week, we're going to have Fareed Shaheed, the winner of $500,000 on the
said
Underdog
$2 million.
Best Ball. I think there's 2 halves of it, I found out. I don't know if he won both or not. It'd be crazy if he did.
That would be crazy.
But yeah, there's the first half and there's the second half. I'll find out. We'll find out when we have him on the show. But nonetheless, we'll have him on. Did you guys play best ball?
I just got offered to be in a league today. by
I
my
did
brother.
fantasy basketball one year.
No, best ball.
Oh, best ball.
Just like we don't make the lineup. It's
Oh.
just like whoever scores the most
No.
autofills itself.
I did that once, and it was stupid. I didn't like it.
You got your ass kicked.
No, it just takes like 75% of what's fun about fantasy out of the game.
That's fair.
Matchups,
Do I start
starting
this
the right guy,
Yeah.
stressing the last minute, like, oh shit, do I start him?
Yeah, it's only fun if it's like a big pool.
Yeah. Best ball is whack, honestly.
My dream fantasy league, and you hit me up if you guys have one of these leagues out there that exist, is this the one where you're drafting your team every single week. Like it's like a daily fantasy, but like every week you draft a new team. Because that's exactly what you said. The fun part of fantasy is like picking out your matchups. But like you still have like a regular schedule, playoffs. You're picking your teams that week.
Are you talking about like the survivor type where it's like that player that gets eliminated? It's like a week by week elimination.
No, it's like regular. It's regular fantasy, but
okay.
You don't have to set your lineup. It's just whoever scores the most will automatically be in your starting.
No. I'm not talking about the bets. I'm talking about what Easy's saying.
I'm
about
talking
the
about
drafting.
best ball. I'm telling you what that is right now. It's like regular fantasy.
Yeah, but that's not what he's asking.
What are you asking about?
He's asking
I'm
about.
asking about what Easy's saying.
Best ball. Yeah.
No, he's asking about like a DFS league.
Yeah.
Like where each week you make a different lineup.
Oh yeah.
I'd
do that before best ball.
Eat shit.
He's dadded him.
I don't like the sound of either of these.
You turned your head and everything. I'm telling you about best ball.
Best ball sucks. DFS is cool. Best ball is not fun. It's like I said, it takes all the fun stuff out of fantasy.
Glad we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, now we are. If you guys want to do DFS stuff throughout the week or throughout the year, let us know. I'll be happy to hop in.
So Easy, yours is just like consistently. Yours is just consistently drafting each week, but I've heard of one where it's like a survivor, where it's like the worst team, the team with the lowest points, they get cut, and then their players enter the pool. So you're keeping your players, but you're adding
There's
on.
a lot of stupid fantasies out there.
Yeah,
I did
I'm not mad at trying
that. Was fun.
There's no more.
No, I just quit because they changed it to 2-quarterback league.
That's fun.
No, 2-quarterback leagues suck, dude.
Why?
Because then everybody's got 5 quarterbacks on their team, and it's just
Then you just have to draft. You have to draft well.
yeah, you have to draft 5 quarterbacks in the first 8 rounds.
Draft 3.
It's stupid.
Good.
It's not fun.
That ain't bad.
Yeah,
Caleb?
I like it.
The vampire part was fun. I won that league,
No, you
and then
didn't.
they were like, "All right, let's change it to less." I was like, "All right, no, I'm good."
I will say last year.
Oh, they changed it to best ball too. That's what it was.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you saying that.
That's fucking stupid because that hampers the vampire so much.
Yeah.
Because the vampire's
fucked.
yeah. If everybody gets their best players to play, the only way the vampire would actually like win a match is
the
like
vampire can only make the roster from the.
waiver wire.
Yeah, it's fucked. You can't do
Yeah.
that. That's not fair. I mean, it's maybe a little bit more fair to the vampire, but
No, it's way less fair to the vampire
Yeah,
because
you're
the way you get your first win in the vampire league, if you're the vampire, is if somebody starts
fucks
some
up.
guy and they fuck up.
Yeah.
Like they start like Justin Jefferson like normal and he goes for like 3 points.
Yeah.
But if you have best ball, it's just I had KJ Jefferson and he went for 24, so he starts over Justin Jefferson. So
That's terrible.
exactly. It's fucking stupid.
I would like to try a Dynasty League, Mike. So if you guys got an opening, hit me up.
I was just going to say, I started a Dynasty. Well, my buddy started a Dynasty League last year. It's our second year of it. It is way more fun than regular fantasy because it's all year round, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it kind of sucks. Like, if you draft a bad team in the beginning, you're kind of fucked for the first couple years. Then you just tank and you get first-round picks and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I've told you guys, part of what made me a fan of sports, it's just like the gamesmanship of the GMs, like trading up. I mean, I shitted on the trade when it first happened, the Chicago Bears and Panthers. I didn't realize how fucking horrible the Panthers were. They won that trade by far, but like just clever moves like that and like Dynasty,
Yeah.
you're in the game. You can trade up, right, in drafts?
Congratulations.
Yeah, well,
You
on
played
Sundays
yourself.
our rookie draft. So, like, these past couple weeks, everybody's been, like, trading picks and stuff.
Yeah.
I have pick
3 and 8.
3 and 8.
Yeah.
I traded Tony Pollard for the 8th pick last year before he was actually really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a snag.
And I was really bad.
And now he's in a split backfield and with the Titans.
Yeah. So I don't really want to say live what I'm going to do with 3, but 8, if Keon Coleman's there, he's my guy.
I'm actually, well, yeah, it's because you only drafted rookies. Yeah. What were
Screw
you about to say?
screw the Panthers for that one, for just blowing that trade up, and then Bryce Young's like the worst rookie quarterback ever.
David Tepper's an idiot.
Jesus.
I mean, he's a millionaire,
Just a trash
billionaire
organization.
with a B, but like, how? It's just crazy. It just shows you like retail businesses, which a lot of these guys become rich from, is so much different than like human interaction stuff like that. Like it's, I don't know. It blows my mind. You could be smart, billionaire smart, but that's stupid.
You are trash.
But either way, we'll go to break. I promise you guys we're talking Detroit Lions. Obviously, a few injuries yesterday. We'll give you the updates on that as well as some corresponding moves in Detroit Lions part. But first, tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness is fitness that fits your budget. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. More than 15 Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world at Planet Fitness. You'll experience a squeaky clean gym and a friendly, knowledgeable staff and a totally judgment-free atmosphere. Did you know that all Planet Fitness memberships include fitness training for no extra cost? Want extra perks? Upgrade to the Black Card. Get used to the amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Guys, KDK Law, if you're getting a divorce, dealing with custody, visitation.
It sounds like they're getting divorced.
248-971-0476. Or just scan the QR code above my head. Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law will take care of you. They got 10 plus years of experience, and they're available 24/7. And the best, you tell them the heavyweight sent you, they will pay your filing fee.
Filing fee. Imagine, like, what if you were running a divorce place like that with your wife and you got divorced?
I mean, the irony.
The battle of the century in court. They're all going up against each other.
Are they married?
Gotcha, bitch.
I don't know.
All right, moving on. Detroit Lions news. Yes, Jahmyr Gibbs, Terrion Arnold, and Ennis Rakestraw all left practice early yesterday. All got hurt. Jahmyr Gibbs, it's officially a hamstring issue, which we will expound on. Ennis Rakestraw was an ankle. Terrion Arnold was an upper body injury. Nothing's been specified yet. There's no practice today, so we didn't get any updates. But with Jahmyr, I think you can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. Mm-hmm. I get that with some guys, these hamper, or they tend to nag throughout the season. I feel like he's young enough where it's not the case. He dealt with one just last year, just before the Panthers game. He was out just 2 weeks, and that was right before he went on the tear. He went on to terrorize the league after that too. So I understand like the initial reporting and news and it kind of being ambiguous can make you nervous, but I'm not really stressing over it. The only thing I am somewhat kind of butthurt about is just like his development in the passing game, just because from what we've been able to see in camp and somewhat preseason too, it didn't feel like it still feel like it's very much in development versus like already established, you know. But Jahmyr just probably out to week 1, and it might be probable week 1.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about it, like explosive guys with that hamstring seems to be a thing, and hopefully it's nothing too bad. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the Terrion Arnold one either. I think they brought in that body, a camp body, to play in the preseason game this week. Because like I doubt Rake or Arnold plays in the preseason game this week, and I'm cool with that. I don't really need to see much more of them out of preseason. I just want them to be healthy and be ready to go in week 1. So hopefully, I think Dan Campbell, like you said, he's probably gonna have a press conference tomorrow. Hopefully he comes out and says that everything's all right with the young guys. They just need some rest and to be 100 before the season starts.
This one, no source. Never mind. I was supposed to read something, but I don't know. It's not guaranteed. Yeah, I'm not really sweating the Jahmyr Gibbs stuff. Caleb, Nick, I'm sure you were freaking out last night.
All right, slow down there, cowboy. No, I was not freaking out, and it's for a couple reasons. I think the biggest reason why I'm not freaking out is because we have a veteran, very good backup, and maybe not even a backup. He was the starter last season in David Montgomery. Mm-hmm. When it comes down to it, we can afford to not rush Jahmyr Gibbs, our top 12 overall pick last season, back, where he has to get forced into action early. So I think that's a big thing going forward. And we just spent a 4th-round pick on a guy that rushed for 7.5 yards per game last year in Vaki.
Mm-hmm.
He's explosive. We saw that within the first preseason game. We can afford to not rush Jahmyr Gibbs back, and he can come back healthy and as explosive as he left. So I'm not too worried.
Yeah, I was freaking out a little bit yesterday. I mean, a good amount, actually.
Which one had you freaked out the most?
Gibbs.
Yeah.
Just because, like you said, like those are injuries that happen to explosive players. By the way, I tore both of my hamstrings, so I was a very explosive player.
You are an explosive player,
yes.
yeah.
Very explosive guy.
But yeah, like hamstrings, you got to shut them down until game 1.
I'm sorry. I just picture you fucking sprint.
We'll pull up my huddle right now. I was cold, and it was in like 7th and 8th grade when that happened. Really embarrassing. It really sucked. Like couldn't do anything in gym class. It sucked really bad.
Just walking around like you shit your pants the whole entire day at school.
And it was both of them too. It was one year and then one the next year.
That's
really sucked. But yeah, you got to shut Gibbs down until week 1. These are injuries that linger, hamstrings. Yeah, so I was a little bit nervous, but just got to keep him off his feet for a while. And I mean, but what?
Caleb the explosive, man. I just bet you sprinting down the sideline.
Yeah, running back, linebacker.
I can see it.
Can you actually?
That's why I'm laughing. Yeah, I'm picturing it.
You're lying. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't look like a running back linebacker now, but let me tell you, I was one of the greatest of all time. Pee Wee football.
I would have went all county if it weren't for that fucking squirrel.
Pee Wee.
If I didn't blow out both of my hamstrings, I'd be playing D1 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it sucked really bad. But I hope Gibbs is okay.
Nick, you brought up a great point too, and I was talking about those with those
talking
DM
about
last night. I know. With it in my head, I didn't picture you like a skinny. I pictured you as you. Fucking
In 7th
Jerome
grade.
Bettis. Yeah. 4 speed blazing down the sideline.
If you pictured the slowest human, it was me. No explosiveness. I honestly don't know how I did it. Like I didn't make any fast cuts or nothing. It just kind of happened.
Nick, you brought up a great point too, and like I said, I brought this up last night with Dos Dion and Vaki. Like, this is a guy I'm ready to see some more carries. And obviously, I'm not. You want Jahmyr Gibbs to be healthy. You want to see him accomplish all these great things that you know he's capable of. But if he needs the rest, like you did draft Vaki in the 4th round there, and he showed you some supreme contact balance. And I feel like he's a guy that's ready. I know obviously that was against a little bit second stringers because he didn't get those runs in the first quarter, were they? That was the second quarter, correct? Yeah. So I mean, obviously against some second stringers, but still, there's something. He showed you something.
Yeah, he showed you a little bit. He showed you can go out there and he can do what we saw in college of him being an explosive athlete. Now, I'd still rather have Jahmyr Gibbs out there, and when it comes to regular season football, I think he'll be fine. Like, nobody's like, oh, this is a season-ending injury. Like, people are acting like it's the end of the world.
No.
He's going to be fine. This was week 1 of the preseason. Like, he's got a couple weeks to recover before we really need to worry about it. So, I think he'll be fine, and he'll be ready to go when the regular season starts.
Again, I mean, he told I don't want to say that, but he dealt with some hamstring issues last year. Just missed 2 weeks, shut it down. It's just preseason anyway. Yes, you can shut it down and hop back in. You got to let that thing rest. That's exactly what they're doing right now with Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta's dealing with this hamstring issue as well. It's just Jahmyr Gibbs is this guy that you've seen, not just us, but on the national level. Obviously, there's a fantasy group like we were talking about before the show started. There's obviously just him being called like a top 5, top 10 guy. Like it's going to be more newsworthy when a Jahmyr Gibbs injury hits, and that's why I think everyone was more scared about it because Adam Schefter reported it, and he left practice early. You never really like when your guy leaves early.
And you think about week 1, and the matchup is obviously with the LA Rams. Everybody's waiting for it. They went into the draft and got 2 guys, one in Jared Verse, one in Braden Fisk, that I think we all kind of like them coming out of the draft, or at least I did personally. But I think they're still young and inexperienced, so I think we should be able to still run the ball in this game going into it.
Yeah, like you said, we've got David Montgomery, and we have the best offensive line in football. I'm not worried about not being able to run the ball. Let me talk to you. Like, this is not something I'm stressing about. Jahmyr Gibbs will be fine. The running game will be fine. We still have a couple weeks. We still got a month until football actually starts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not worried about it at all.
And some other Detroit Lions news. This one's really unfortunate because this guy kind of started showing out a little bit there. Deron Gilbert, if I'm not mistaken, he's been waived. He's got the injury settlement that we were talking about you might get with Antoine Green. Meaning he's done for the year and done for the Detroit Lions. He was a little bit of a bright spot in camp. And in a corresponding move, they signed cornerback. Let me get this name right, because it's not really it's not your Jones or Smith.
Trajan Langdon.
Trepanon Langdon. They signed Asang Bassi, which he played nickel for the Chargers and the Broncos. If you guys have paid attention, like at least yesterday, I've been asking since Mosley gone down, who's going to be your, the reserve piece in the nickel back, and I feel like that might be your answer. Which also I feel like may give you some upside, or at least you could lessen the worry on Raxter and Terrion's injury too.
Yeah.
Because the fact they signed a guy at corner, it wasn't an outside guy. This guy's going to play the nickel.
Yeah,
that's something you need to fill anyway.
I'm not worried about those guys either. Like, all reports are that these weren't these devastating injuries. If they were anything serious or season ending, we would have heard about it yesterday. It sounds like Terrion Arnold got a stinger. He's probably not going to play this week. Don't care. I don't give a shit about preseason football. Like, just make sure these guys are good to go. I saw enough out of them in that first game to be like, all right, they're ready to go. So just get them healthy, get them ready to go when the season starts.
Yeah, the annoying part, too, is, like, it feels like Dan's open to sitting his starters, obviously, based on the first preseason game. But this week we're facing Andy Reid, who's notoriously plays all of his starters. And, Dan constantly wants to compete. And he already kind of flirted with it on Sunday and during the press conference. Yeah, I might start him. After yesterday, no. Please, let them all sit.
Yes.
Even the rooks, the ones that are going to play like a big impact, at least in the defense. Like, I don't want to risk nothing. This is a window. Do or die. Raxter runway. Easy expressway.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl bound. Caleb, look, you're about to say something.
Yeah, with Raxter and Arnold, like, these things happen. Like, this is the first time they're going, like, full speed in months, in a football sense. So, I mean, you look at the 49ers, they have 26 injuries in training camp. And I'm sure 95% of those guys are going to be fully healthy by week 1. So, yeah, these players are going to get dinged up a little bit. And it's scary kind of to see them get put on the injury report. But I think they'll be fine and they'll be ready for week 1.
Yeah. Spitty. How I feel about your boy switching sides, Caleb Williams supremacy.
Yeah, he's a troll.
We'll go to break. We get back some more Detroit Lions news.
Caleb Williams supremacy.
In the chat, yeah.
In the chat.
He changed his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He's done it a couple times.
He's been Viking supremacy in the past. He's been in all. He's done them all. But he hasn't been Feldman Chevrolet.
Nope, but since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out PremierPetSupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Every single morning when you wake up at 8 a.m., make sure you put on Wake Up Woodward. It's the best morning show in the country. 8 a.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Check it out.
I almost forgot the time while you're saying the time.
8:25 a.m.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever It's Live, Motorsports.com. He's joined by Spinmo Rax, Young
What up,
Chris,
though?
Nicholas Kohloff, the microwave, Caleb, the colorblind, the explosive, if you will. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. I stole this one kind of from BDE because I know it's been a topic, but it's not really one we've discussed. And it's for the Detroit Lions. I say pay Hussein Reddick or Judon because it's not just trading for them. Both these guys want to be paid. And
No, I don't think they should. I think you have to look at guys in-house that you're going to re-sign after already re-signing Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff. Lee McNeil still needs a deal done. Aiden Hutchinson is going to need a deal done. Kirby Joseph is going to need a deal done. These guys are guys that you're going to have to pay if you want to keep them along for the ride. And bringing in a Judon or a Reddick, yeah, it looks good on paper, but neither of them are going to play unless they are signed a multi-year long-term extension, and the Lions aren't in the position to do that. So, no.
Yeah,
doesn't fit the timeline.
I just want to set the table this way too, real quick. It's not happening. I know that people are hopeful for that to happen, and we are in the type of window where that move may be made, but not for these guys. These guys are sitting out because they want to be paid. Brad Holmes is famous for not spending money outside of the organization. He reinvests in what he's drafted, what's homegrown. We weren't going to do it with L'Jarius Sneed, and we're not going to do it with either one of these guys. I think all three are tremendous players, but just this is why we routinely have boring free agency. Brad Holmes does not spend money outside of the guys he's drafted, typically. I think DJ Reader maybe got the most money, and maybe Cam Sutton behind him. He's definitely not going to give up assets to then give a guy from outside the organization a big contract. It's just not going to happen. If they were playing on these one-season deals, if you talk to their agents and you either agree upon a contract or just playing out the season so they could up their value and playing on a winning team, and they agreed to play the season, yeah, I'm all the way down. You guys knew I was down when it was Chase Young, who was way lesser of a value than these guys.
Yeah.
But that's just not the case. And we don't know what type of agreements are being made behind closed doors. Obviously, these guys want contracts. Caleb, Nick, what are you guys thinking?
I think you hit it right there and the nail on the head there. I think Hussein Reddick would be a guy that I would easily eye out. If you are going to make this your Super Bowl window, yeah, that was freaking hilarious, Spencer. All right, Hussein Reddick, 50.5 sacks the last 4 years.
Wow.
It's elite. And you think to pair that with Aiden Hutchinson, it immediately increases your odds this year to not just get to a Super Bowl, to actually win the thing. Is Brad Holmes willing to give up capital in the draft and capital in terms of money to go and do that, to maybe not re-sign a guy like Lee McNeil? I'm not sure, but in his eyes, it'll actually make a lot of sense if he does make a move like this, where he believes that this team's ready to win a Super Bowl, and he's willing to jeopardize one of our best players in a Lee McNeil and letting him walk in the future if he does so.
Yeah, I don't know. This just doesn't feel like a Brad Holmes move really at all. I think he wants to build everything in-house. So, draft, and then, we've seen, draft Penei Sewell, extend him, Amon-Ra, extend him, Jared Goff, trade for him, extend him, but that was a little bit different. Mm-hmm. I think he wants to build everything in-house, and especially, with guys like Reddick and Judon already causing problems on other teams because they want money. I don't know if that's a guy, guys they would want to bring in. But, yeah, it just doesn't seem like a Brad Holmes move. It would be nice having one of those guys, on the other side of Hutch, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think that Brad Holmes, when you look back, you kind of alluded to this, but I'll take it a stretch further, that Brad Holmes doesn't spend money on outside talent, really. He's not he keeps it in-house, but he's the same way with his assets too. He's cheap about both assets and finances. And so I think that if Brad Holmes were to make a move like this, it would come at the trade deadline, where it's the last possible moment. You need this to get over the hump. Now I will put my cards in and move for less assets than it's going to cost right now, less money than it's going to cost right now. So I think that's the type of move he's going to make. I don't think he's ever made that splash that would tell you otherwise. I think he's going to look at this team. He's going to look at the cuts around camps around the NFL, and then he's going to sign some players, bring it to the deadline, and go from there. I don't think he's gonna make a big move like this right now. It just doesn't seem like it's.
Yeah, he will spend assets though, because we did it with Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
And
he's done it in the draft.
He did it with to get Terry Arnold. Yeah, he's just not doing it to then pay a guy money. We got Carlton Davis, but we didn't get Carlton Davis and re-up him. You know.
But even then, he's shown to be very. He's not going to just trade assets to trade assets. He traded for a guy he really believes in Carlton Davis. So what I'm saying is he values his assets like he values his money, where he's going to get that guy for the cheapest price possible, or that production for the cheapest price possible. And I believe that that's what he got in Carlton Davis, because we talked about, the bigger free agents and just other people that could have been on the move asset wise in the secondary, and he went for Carlton Davis, and we all kind of said third rounder for Carlton Davis. That's okay.
Yeah, I do agree with Chris where he said that he's going to make a move like this at the deadline, because I think he's going to make a move this year, because I think he knows everybody in that front office, everybody in that organization, everybody on that team knows that this is the year they're going to win the Super Bowl. So when it comes down to the deadline, that's where you make a move. Whether it be for an edge rusher, whether it be for a wide receiver, you're going to see them make a move at the deadline for guys that are playing. Guys that aren't holding out, guys that aren't expecting contracts at the end of the year, guys that are playing football, guys that are playing football well, and guys that can have something to offer to this team. So when teams start falling apart down the stretch, whether it be a Los Angeles Chargers that are looking to get rid of a Khalil Mack, whether it be, maybe the Jets fall apart again and they're looking to get rid of somebody. You never know what team is going to make that fall off and end up having to sell pieces.
Yeah.
So I think Brad Holmes will be in on it then. But right now, it doesn't make sense for them to go after a guy that they're going to have to pay and extend on a long-term deal just to get them to come to camp. That's not something that he's in the business of doing. That's not something that the Lions' financial plan is in the business of doing. I guarantee that,
he's just never done it.
Yeah, Mike
not even on
Disner
an open market.
And Rod Wood are probably in Brad Holmes' office like, no, we can't pay this guy. We're not paying these guys.
Yeah, Brad's also just don't do it.
And it's like I said, you just shelled out so much money. You still got core pieces that you've got to pay for to keep this team together in the future. You're not going to trade for a guy just to sign him to a 4-year, $70 million contract.
Yeah, and like you brought up Aleem. They're kind of talking about signing right now too. You got Hutch is coming up. The other piece of this as well is I don't even know if we got the money to do it. If there's a guy that's willing to play on that half a year or just, chase after that Super Bowl, we're kind of light in the pocket after this past draft, because we gave up a third-round pick to move into the fourth to draft Manu, who's also a 2-year project. And you also gave up another pick to move up to grab Avaki.
Yeah.
I mean, there's future drafts that you can go and make that deadline, trade with. I don't know. Ryan Tannehill's out there, though. I'm just saying.
I think too to top it all off here, he's. What was that?
I was yawning, but what does that have to do with it?
What were you saying, Chris?
I honestly lost my point. It was off of what Spencer just said. What was your last point? Because I wanted to go off of that.
The money situation.
Oh, money. Yeah, and doesn't that go against the culture too of this franchise and what they built of the you earn your money? Not trading for a player. I mean, if it's a guy that's I get you.
Like Reddick and Judah, they've earned their money.
50 and a half sacks the last 4 years.
Again, I'm just saying as far as this organization goes.
Nick, you're the guy that wants to re-sign Aleem McNeil right now, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying we should do this. I'm saying if they did this, I'd be excited.
Yeah, I'm not against this at all. Yeah. I'm just letting you know that this man's track record is not going to happen.
I agree. Yeah. Yes, I would 100% re-sign Aleem before this season, because I think he might outprice himself this year playing in this contract year.
Unless maybe, because I do remember the Jets putting out that tweet about Hassan Reddick is we traded for him. We established we're not trading him. We're just going to continue to find him through the CBA, under the laws of the CBA, until he shows up. Maybe if these guys do show up, maybe you do trade for them if they're willing to play, but it's how hard are they willing to go?
Money's not an object. Situations aren't an object. Who would you rather trade for, Hassan Reddick or CeeDee Lamb?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Whoa. Did you guys say this earlier? I'm going to go CD.
Probably CD Lamb. Yeah. He's close to the top of his position. In the
CD Lamb and Amara probably be by far the best. By far the best receiving duo in the NFL.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I saw it already. People didn't. They didn't see it when I was saying it, but I see some people asking for Josh Reynolds back now too.
And then you sprinkle a J-Mo with that. Like, what do you do as a defense? You don't do anything.
Yeah,
Money's not an object. Reddick or Judon.
Judon.
Because he's at the edge.
Yeah, he's more of a Dan Campbell type player who's going to play more consistently on all downs.
I'm going to go Reddick because I think he excels at getting to the pass rusher or getting to the quarterback.
I'm going to go Reddick as well. I just think he's a better, just a better pass rusher. But like Spenny said, it's tough because Judon's better against the run.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think I'd take Reddick.
I'd take Judon.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not complaining either way.
Yeah,
I think Reddick's contract would be bigger, but I'm also money's not thinking this option. I might go Reddick simply because I just know we have so many guys demanding double teams that he's just gonna fucking go off.
Matt Judon's got 66.5 sacks and 82 starts. So it's not like he doesn't get to the quarterback, you know.
Definitely gets to the quarterback.
Reddick is 29. Judon's turning 32 in 2 days.
Yep.
Shout out.
Hassan is 29 and Judon turns 32 in 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure either way. Probably Reddick, I guess.
Both would just completely transform this defense right now to where we're at.
Hassan Reddick turns 30 next month.
I mean, Dan Campbell probably would want Judon.
What was I going to say? 60 days?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he said it like you just turned 29.
Yeah.
He's 2 years younger. He's 2 years younger than him.
Yeah, I guess we make a smile on that. Do you think you still? We got the money for it. You still think they make a move at the deadline?
I think there's no other reason why they're holding on to $40 million in cap space.
Ryan Tannehill, baby. I'm playing.
You could sign Ryan Tannehill and still have $30 million in cap space. Like people were saying, I think it was Keys. Shout out to Keys in the BDE chat. Was like, I would rather have Juju and offensive tackle 3 right now. I would love that as well. You could sign Juju Smith-Schuster and a backup offensive tackle
and Ryan
Tannehill and still have $20 million left in cap space.
$42 million.
Yeah, they're sitting on a gold mine right now, and I think it's because they're going to make a big swing. That's what I said on BDE. Like, if you could get a tampering or under the table agreement with Judon or Reddick and be like, listen, we're not going to sign you to a 4-year extension, but we'll give you $25 million to come win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah.
Because they got the money to do it.
By the way, they can move some things around and make it make sense, but it's just like it's kicking the can down the road. I believe the expression Neil likes to use all the time.
Kick it down the road.
It's those void years. Like you go,
keep kicking.
If you guys go to, I think it's Over the Cap. We may have this on Spot Check as well too. Pull up Jalen Hurts' contract. It's like his cap hit this year's only like $15 million or something like that. But in like post playing career, he's got like 15 there, 15 there. It's just like spread all throughout. Like so, you could make it work. It's just like, are you willing to do that? The void year is definitely a new tactic too. We don't know how this affects teams moving forward, but we have to go to break up against it.
The cap's just going to keep going up.
That's honestly probably the way to go is those void years because of that reason. Unless all void years become due at the time of cut or retirement.
We'll figure something out. We got some wizards in that front office, dude. They'll figure something out.
Speaking about defense, Spinny, tell us about the best defense in the game.
The best defense in the game is, of course, Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security as their technology has been proven to work. And people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. We are the network for Detroit, by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
This Dispo Dispensary is your local campus plug with over 6 locations and more across the great state of Michigan. You can scan this QR code and get $10 off of any purchase of $25 or more. It's Dispo Dispensary, your local campus plug. You must be 21 and older to participate. 8-part tipper day. Rabbit X Gabbard. What up, there? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm joined by some of my Raxter, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, the microwave, Caleb, the explosive. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream.
He's the microwave now?
I thought that's Nick's I called him the explosive. He's the
okay.
Either way, we meant to play this yesterday, but Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford, the guys from PFT, I think is a podcast name.
Yep.
Is that their name?
Yep. Part of my take.
PMT.
PFT.
Commenter is one of the guys. The other one's Big Cat.
Yeah, what does PFT stand for?
Something commenter.
Pro Football Talk commenter?
Yeah, maybe. I don't even know.
I don't know. I see Big Cat on PFT though. Yeah, Big Cat.
Yeah, it's his.
Even though he's a Bears fan.
No, it's Pardon My Take is the name of the podcast.
Both of them.
No, but the one guy, is it PFT or PMT?
PFT.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, is it?
Yeah, he's the other. He's the other person on the show.
Yeah, the dude with the glasses.
With HIV.
No.
What? What the fuck?
Oh, I'm just making up
Jesus
acronyms.
Christ, Chris.
Whoa.
Jesus.
What is wrong with you?
Man.
Which video we want first, boys?
Yeah, you decide, bro. I don't even know how to react to that.
All right. Sean McVay.
Perspective, it was such an awesome game because that building was on fire.
It was the loudest. I'm telling you this. So I thought the loudest place I'd ever, been a part of coaching-wise, NFC Championship 2018 New Orleans. We're getting ready to go out. All right, we tested. We had been there earlier in the season. It was rocking. And I remember it was so loud you couldn't even hear anything. Goff's mic went out right before. He's got the backup helmet on. You're like, what the hell's going on? But they did a genius thing. I remember they showed, Robert Woods had been interviewed during the week, and they said, all right, what, do you think the noise is going to be a factor? And Robert's kind of on my shoulder, and he answers it exactly like what you would want him to. He's like, no, we're going to handle it with poise. It's not going to be a factor. Well, they show this shit during a TV timeout.
Genius, yeah.
And then the fan just starts screaming. I look, oh, why the hell did you say that? But that was the loudest by far. In Detroit was way louder.
Yeah. And it was it was everything you wanted in a playoff
sick.
game. Yeah.
It was a sick atmosphere. I mean, credit to Detroit. And I'm telling you, my dad loved it. They were already out on the field. I came out 60 minutes before kickoff. The stands are full. My dad said, I heard these people booing their ass off at somebody. I watched you walking out. He was laughing so funny. Everybody's booing, talking to me. It was great.
Yeah, and that was why we were frustrated because we were like, this is going to be one of those classic finishes where they're going back and forth.
And I ruined it for you.
And then they just run out the clock. But that's okay. You have a in-game coordinator, right?
We did.
Wait, what's he shitting on him for?
For in-game coordinator.
Fucking up the time
management.
Yeah, but shout out to Sean McVay for showing love to Lions fans because you guys definitely showed out. There was an insane environment. You heard him say it there. He said that was a better environment than the NFC Championship game at the Superdome.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy, and it's just awesome. It just proves that Lions fans are ride or dies. We already knew that, but last year we really showed the world that we have the best fan base in sports.
Yeah.
Taking over different stadiums, whether it be Green Bay or Tampa Bay, showing the true meaning of home field advantage in the playoffs when Stafford's coming in. We've all seen the video of him getting booed, and him walking up to argue like one of his best friends and Calvin Johnson, and Calvin going, I need a couple of them from you, and I'm not talking about touchdowns. Like, it's just, we were starved for this, and Lions fans, you guys took full advantage of it, and you played a factor in it. The team says it all the time, like how awesome it was to be in environments where the fans are just going absolutely ballistic, and they feed off that, and it leads to more success. Like, that's why getting home field advantage is so imperative for the Detroit Lions this year.
Detroit Lions need home field advantage for that reason. It's not like there's like a Detroit reporter either, where you kind of have to like pander a little bit there to the crowd or the audience. Like, no, this is a guy who's actually a Bears fan, a rival of the Detroit Lions, and for this to come up, it means it's legit. It means it's real. It's not just us up here hyping you guys up. Like, we have the best fans. Smitty mentioned the fact that we sold out, or we filled up like away stadiums. We had obviously had that moment for those guys against the Rams. Did it again versus the Bucs, where they actually technically broke the record again. And then you move forward to the draft, where we literally broke the all-time NFL record of any city ever. And it was cold as fuck that day too, if you guys remember. Like, it wasn't like a Nashville day when they had it down there and broke the record initially. Like, it was pretty chilly. I was like kind of disappointed. I'm like, all these damn visitors, of course, would be cold. It didn't matter. We still showed up because we showed up, as we always do.
And he had every angle he wanted to play this out to where he could have, denied it, shut it down. He's going against his former quarterback, so there's competitive tension there. Like, he has every reason to come out and say and not give Detroit its credit, and nobody would really bat an eye because that's what you'd expect. But for him to come out really amplifies just how good this atmosphere was, how legendary this atmosphere was. So it was awesome to see, and I love it. I love it when our opponents talk great about us. Like, that's to me, that's the coolest thing. That's when you're the real deal. When your opponents are like, look, I want to hate, but I can't even hate.
Will we play the Stafford one? And then I have a question for you guys too.
Yeah. Here comes the Stafford one.
Here it comes.
Were you surprised at the welcome that you got in Detroit?
No. Honestly, I was. I know what kind of fans they are, and like, honestly, I totally understand it. I get it. They're gonna want to do everything they can to make my life as uncomfortable as possible. They haven't had a playoff game there in 30 years, so they're gonna be jazzed up for whatever. And the fact that it was me, I mean, and our team, I'm sure it was even more so. That was honestly one of the best atmospheres I've ever played a football game in. Sean and I talk about it all the time, and it was incredibly loud. We came up for warm-ups, and there was not an empty seat.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was go time from the second we first stepped out of the tunnel. So it was a lot of fun.
It was a great game. Were you rooting for them after they won?
No, I'm not rooting for anybody at that point.
Yeah.
And shout out to Stafford, dude. Stafford's the man. I don't care what people say. I love Stafford. He was my favorite Lions player for a long time, and it's just his fucking wife that does all that shit. They were booing our kids. How could you boo Matthew? Shut up. He fucking gets it. He knows what he signed up for. He knows what type of fans we are. He understands the sports landscape of what's going on. Just because you don't, and just because you want people to talk about you, like, she fucking I feel so bad for that man, Matthew Stafford, dude.
You ever watch
He has to deal with her all the time.
Yeah, shut up.
I think it was like
Jesus Christ.
some type of mattress. I think it was for. And like, they're interviewing both of them, talking about like their sleeping habits, like what they wake up to, like what they snore and stuff like that. And like,
she's
like,
the worst.
Yeah, you
dude.
can tell she wants to be the one to fucking like be interviewed. No one gives. I mean, no. Oh, they were.
Stafford knows. He knew he was going to get booed. He knew they were all going to get booed. There was no doubt in his mind. There was no. Apparently, it's news to Kelly. Like, that's what fucking happens. Get over it. I'm going to boo you even harder. I'm going to look your kid in the face and go, boo. Like, fuck, man.
Don't boo the kids.
Boo the kids.
Always.
Especially boo Kelly.
Yeah, boo Kelly, boo the kids. Boo
That's
Matt.
for sure was getting booed, not the kids.
Chris, can you play the video I sent you from inside Ford Field of that night?
I will. If you ask nicely.
Could you please play that video for me, brother?
No problem.
Bud? Yeah, this is before. Just the absolute incredible atmosphere.
You were
the
there?
lights, the fireworks. I was there. This is my video, and this is why it is so imperative.
You setting off fireworks inside
Yes,
Ford Field?
inside Ford Field. First time I've ever seen it. It was incredible. And it was honestly deafening in there, and for good reason. Your old quarterback's coming home to take your lunch money, and we're not going to let it happen. And that's why we need to get home field advantage through the playoffs. I want it to be known that you cannot win inside of Ford Field in the playoffs. We started out 2-0. I want that to be just massively known in the Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, Jared Goff era that we're going through, that you cannot come inside Ford Field and win, especially in the playoffs, and I think that's what we're gaining towards. The home field advantage is just so crucial, and that's the biggest, most important thing this year, and I think somebody said it on BDA, I believe it was Sean. He said, I'm not too worried about getting winning this division or home field advantage. And I just disagree with that because it just makes your odds of winning and getting to the Super Bowl that much higher.
Especially JG, we know what he's way better inside than he is outdoors and adverse
I'm not trying to
conditions.
go to Philly in January.
Hell
You
no.
know, there's one thing that I need. I need to ask this of you Lions fans. You rich bastards that have those nice seats, front row, season tickets. I need two of you to dress up as the backup quarterbacks for Georgia when Matthew Stafford was there.
Everyone's doing it.
Dress up as those guys, hold up a sign and say, which one was it, Kelly? And I need to see that. You need to be front row. That's all I ask. And boo the kids.
Don't boo the kids. Leave the dang kids alone. But this is the video I wanted to show you guys. Kelly Stafford's fucking, she's so cringe.
She is cringe.
What's up, everybody? This is Matthew Stafford with the LA Rams. We're here on set shooting some stuff for Sleep Number today. Pre-game routine, I like to get in the sauna.
Getting the kids down to bed, getting in bed myself.
He's just waiting to talk. Like, waiting for her part.
I don't remember a lot of my dreams, to be honest with you. I'll say color just because it sounds like more fun.
I feel like I don't dream. Do I talk about this?
I don't think so, no.
No shit, you don't dream. You're a demon.
NPC.
I sleep on this
You're
side.
a witch.
Really
Of course you don't dream.
For people to learn about me. For me.
I feel like I like mine softer.
Must have.
You could tell she went on a rant and they cut it.
And night guard for grinding. Really an attractive look. Eggs, bacon,
They got these little short,
with
choppy
some
shit for
potatoes.
Stafford because he probably had one-word answers and she would
No,
go
I
for
don't. It's
20 minutes and they're like, all right, Kelly, we're not here to interview you.
I usually like to start the day with a passive-aggressive comment of like, you gonna get that, or...
You crush. She's just cringe.
Comes with age kind of thing, you know? Dark chocolate.
Hell yeah, it
Kelly,
does.
why don't you tell me?
Stafford's got a hammer on.
Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kids, and I'll take them into bed with me. So there's that. Thanks.
That's great.
I just caught the
Kristen
chair in the
Hart-
corner of that room too.
Like I love
Little
Jared
cup
Goff.
chair.
I love Jared Goff. I said he's the best quarterback in Detroit Lions history. Kristen Harper was the best part of that trade. Going from Kelly Stafford to Kristen Harper is one of the biggest upgrades in the history of Detroit sports. Probably the biggest upgrade in the history of Detroit sports. Like, our first lady is actually extremely likable now and just a smoke show.
Did you peep the chair in the corner of the room?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I was going to break.
Back up.
Tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and
Have
get an
a
amazing
seat.
haircut. That's Lady Jane's haircuts
Stafford's
for men.
chair.
Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through the 25th at Warwick Hills. Leave the golf to the pros, but don't miss the party at 17. $2 birdie beers, concerts, and more. Get your tickets at allychallenge.com. Brought to you by Randy Wise Automotive. Ally is back. And let me tell you about Premier Pet Supply. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at premierpetsupply.com. And Desert Stallion 14 says, Spenny, don't ever get it twisted, bro, because only First Lady is the Queen of the North, Sheila. No, she's not the First Lady. She's the Queen.
Yeah, she's the Queen.
She's the Queen. First Lady is Kristen Harper.
First guy. Oh, this is a great debate. Poll. Real throat demon. We can't do that, actually. But that's a great discussion.
That is a great discussion.
What I would have off air.
We could do a Patreon and have that discussion.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I'm down
We
for
should
that.
start a Patreon.
I'm down.
And just record like...
Studio B?
Yeah. 15-minute, 20-minute segments, Studio B.
It's all the crazy stuff?
Yeah, I could go even harder on Kelly Stafford back there. Because I had a lot of things I wanted to say, but I held myself back.
Speaking of Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay, both play in the NFC West.
They sure do.
We've been doing our division predictions. And today, just falls in suit. NFC West. Spinning, who you got?
NFC West. I mean, I think this one's going to be pretty chalk for most of us.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty easy prediction for this, unless you're predicting a big fall off for one of these teams. But I'm going to go 49ers winner, Rams second, Seahawks third, Cardinals. Actually, 49ers winner, Rams second, Cardinals third, Seahawks last.
Yeah. Ooh. That's exactly where I was going with it. The Cardinals will sneak up on people. This might be a sneaky good division.
I can see all of them finishing over 8 wins.
Yeah. I think the Rams will be a lot better than people give them credit for. I think we're in
Cardinals
for a
over
fucking battle. Yeah, Cardinals over the Seahawks. Mike McDonald, I get Michigan guy. You want to root for him. The defense probably be straight, but I just don't know what the offense going to look like. Geno Smith already dealing with injuries. Did he see a specialist or some shit about his ankle or shoulder or something like that recently? I know he's out for a week. Just seeing the specialist to find out what was going on with him.
I think we finally wrote back to Geno though. I think
did he have a bad year or
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
But they beat us.
They did beat us.
Yeah, you're right.
We're about to shut them down finally.
Oh, we need to
and
put
that's
our
why
dick on the Seahawks this year.
They're going to be the last in the division. I'm with you, boys. I got Seahawks last, Cardinals second last, Rams second, and 49ers first. Everybody's kind of high on the Rams this year. Besides FanDuel, to be honest. I thought their over-under was going to be a lot higher. I was looking at this yesterday. We did not get to it, but...
Would they have it at?
Well, when you lose the best defensive player of all time, it's going to hurt your team over for sure.
Exactly, but I think everybody's on the same page and thinking Puka Nacua could be a massive, massive...
Who's hurt? He's hurt.
He's hurt, but he'll be back in time for the season.
He'll be back for, yeah.
He got knee.
Knee injury, was it?
Yeah. What was the over-under, though?
Yup, the over-under was at over-under 8.5.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Does that surprise you?
That does surprise me.
So, and then 49ers with all the injuries?
We just talked about how good this division is going to be. You got to play the Niners twice. You got to play the Seahawks twice. You got to play the Cardinals twice. Those aren't easy games. Even if it's fuck the Seahawks, those are division matchups. You know, they're played tighter.
Oh, yeah.
You're losing. You lost the best player of all time. Your quarterback's another year older.
Maybe they're thinking of Stafford injuries. I don't know. I'm taking that over. I'm probably going to sign in after.
I would probably hit the over on that too. But
for sure.
Not by a lot.
They reversed the offensive line.
I would hit that over.
Kyron Williams is a dog. He's going to be running up against empty boxes because it sounds like Cooper Kupp's back to form. Dude, Kupp's back to form. Puka Nacua. They drafted some guy that they're kind of hyping up too. Been seeing on at least on Twitter.
A wide receiver?
Yeah, I think it could have a Texas. Let me pull it up real quick, actually.
So around this division is 49ers over under 11.5, LA Rams 8.5, Cardinals and Seahawks 7.5.
Wow. Cardinals and Seahawks 7. Yeah. Cards I look at probably right.
I wonder
at 7,
what an NFC West over parlay would run.
I don't know if you can parlay those, but
just hit
should I
the
give it a
over
go?
That'd be nice. What is the over under for the 49ers?
11.5.
With the Ayuk trade? Yeah.
All the injuries. Didn't
that.
McCaffrey just get banged up?
I don't hate
No,
that.
that was Jahmyr Gibbs.
I would do a part. I mean, I want to run you though. I am nervous about
Thanks,
the.
man.
Dude, I gotta pee.
Seahawks and Cards are getting that though. But yeah, I think everyone. All right, Caleb, you got any different on the division than anybody else?
I was really tempted to put Arizona at 2. I really don't like Seattle this year. I think Geno Smith is gonna kind of show his true colors a little bit.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
No.
He's not as explosive.
Yeah, and then I didn't even hear what you guys said, but I'm assuming it wasn't great.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like Arizona. I think Kyler Murray's locked in. I think Marvin Harrison adds a lot to that offense. And by the way, they did Marvin Harrison pretty dirty on Madden this year.
To be honest, bro, it's kind of how it looked.
I don't know.
Let's just put a mouth guard in there.
Yeah.
We'll pull it up. We'll pull up towards the back half of the show. Yeah, I'm not varying any differently, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, the only question is Kyler Murray locked in? Because I'm pretty sure another Call of Duty comes out this year. So
That's true.
You got to stay focused for that.
That's big facts.
So if we'll know by like week 3 if they're better than the Seahawks. We'll know because they got to build themselves a lead for when Call of Duty drops. But
yikes!
ETN got me. It's Jordan Whittington, was the other receiver I was talking about. And they also grabbed our guy Jackson too, John Jackson, to help run those duos, run up the middle.
Also injured.
Yeah, but he'll be back in week 1, or at least they're expecting him back week 1.
Hopefully not.
I do think though, Eazy, you talked about it. I do think though a Cooper Cup comeback is on the table. I know Nick's excited about that.
That's what we were saying. Cooper comeback, no Kim K.
He's good. He's good.
Lots of cuz in that sentence.
Big white truth.
Big white truth.
Oh,
Cooper Cup.
Yeah, no, I put
That's
him
the
in my
actual
top
big
10.
white truth.
He's
honestly.
definitely the big white truth.
For everybody that doesn't know, I
He
threw him
almost
in my
broke Calvin's
top
record.
10 wide receivers
did?
last year, and I got ridiculed for it.
No,
so I'm hoping
last
for
year,
a big.
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago.
No, I know.
Not even. I think it was weeks ago.
Yeah, but he's in my top 10 wide receivers. All right.
I think
it was yesterday.
They're saying he looks good. They're saying he looks good.
Yeah,
so.
they're saying he's fully back.
Yeah.
And we know, speaking of Kelly Stafford, Cooper Kupp's got that same face. So
Yes, that's why they got that connection.
They got a crazy chemistry. They probably run.
I want it.
That's for the Patreon.
Yeah, if CMC, I feel like is like determined of like the 49ers if they're gonna win that division. If he stays healthy, it's theirs. But he's already got cash strain right now. You know he took a shit ton of miles on the tires last year.
Hell yeah.
If he's out any period of time, who's behind him? Does anybody know?
Eli
off the top of their
Mitchell?
head? I don't think it's him anymore, right? Didn't say someone else.
I think they have Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason, that's what it was. Yeah.
I'm not sure if they drafted anybody this year.
I think they still have Mitchell, but I think Mason's like the guy they're saying has been getting the reps as running back too in that situation. But they still have Mitchell's questionable too. That's probably why Mason's getting those reps.
Yeah.
Still might be Mitchell very well.
And Isaac Guerrero.
But I can almost see the Rams sniping that. Stafford balled out last year, and if the Cup's healthy and Puka's like as advertised, and that's opening up getting those letter boxes for Kyron, they'll be
Drake
good this year.
Greenlaw out for the year. Well, maybe not the year, but for.
Plus, have you guys been seeing those clips of Jared Verse?
Oh my god!
Just fucking plowing offensive linemen over.
I mean, yeah.
NFL offensive linemen, not just like scrubs. And he's got his teammate Brandon Fisk. They also got that chemistry together too.
Who got Jared Verse?
The
Rams.
The Rams.
They got Fisk and Verse.
Yeah, they sure did, didn't they?
They did.
They sure did.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Rams gonna be a lot better than I think people are thinking. I'm definitely taking that over. I think Stafford's the only thing stopping it, and that's if he gets hurt, not just an actual play.
Yeah.
They got Blake.
Well, they
Corum,
got
too.
Jimmy G now.
Oh, Blake
Yeah,
Corum.
they got Jimmy G backing him up. Yeah. Blake Corum. How you guys feel about him?
Stafford's probably got her hands full.
Is he doing anything? They got Cameron Kitchens too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you liked him. I was thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, no, they had a good draft, which sucks.
Who the Seahawks grab? Seahawks draft. Oh, Byron Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a stud too. That's my favorite defensive tackle come out of this class by far.
This is out there right now, and I don't know if the line is going to change, but you guys want to know the Lions versus Rams week 1?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear some guesses around the room.
Lions minus 2.5.
Easy.
2.5.
Caleb.
4.5.
Chris?
I was going to go 4.5 as well. I think it's going to be bigger than
Right in the middle of all you guys. 3.5 points.
That's a lot.
Favorites at home, the Lions are. That's not. I'm taking
not a
that.
lot.
That's
you taking
a lot.
it? Yeah, I would take it.
Yeah, I don't
Taking
hate it,
the hook
actually.
on the field goal.
Yeah, I would.
I don't
Might
like
buy
that.
a half point.
Buy a half a point.
What's
Minus
Sean
3.
McVay's record in opening?
You think he's got like a
gotta
Andy
be a-
Reid type?
He probably
stat
does, bro.
That we heard like 100 times before the season last
That's
year.
true. How well did that work out, you fucking pussy? Go eat some
So-
cheeseburgers.
What?
Whoa.
Well, he won the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah.
But week 1.
Andy Reid's cool. I like him.
No, yeah, Andy
He's
Reid's
like an uncle.
Andy Reid's definitely a cool guy, but he's a bitch because he won the Super Bowl.
What's the more of these two outcomes? They're both shocking, but what would you think is more likely? The Cardinals finishing second or the Rams finishing last in this division?
I think the Cardinals finishing second is more likely because I don't think there's a chance in hell the Rams finish last. I think the Seahawks are just
that bad.
That bad. I don't think they're going to be good. I mean, their offensive line is still not great. New head coach. You're looking at Geno Smith again. I don't love it.
It's not even like they're like bad. It's just they're mediocre and they never do anything to get better.
And they're in a good division.
Yeah, like one of the better divisions in football. But yeah, I don't. Did you say the Rams were at 8.5, Nick?
Yes, sir. And
So are the Cardinals, right? They're
Cardinals are at 7.5.
Oh,
but
okay.
Chris, to be honest, I think it's more likely the Rams get in last place just due to an
even with
injury.
Cooper Kupp, top 10 receiver?
Due to an injury to Stafford. I think that's the only way. And if you think about it, they have an extremely young team, and they were 3-6 last year before they got on that roll. So they've dealt with adversity already. And, you know, like we just talked about, they had a good draft, but they're all extremely young players. So we'll see how that goes.
Looks like McVay's only lost the one opener against the Bills the year after they won that Super Bowl.
About to be 2.
Where Josh Allen looked like fucking Adrian Peterson times Aaron Rodgers. That game was crazy. Still an interception though, in true Josh Allen fashion. Yeah, I'd probably go with the Rams just because, like Nick said, the Stafford injury. Cards gonna be sneaky. It's tough for me to say they'd be second.
Wait, so you're saying, to be clear, you're saying that it's more likely that the Cardinals would finish second and the Rams would finish last, or
No, Rams finished last. Cards second.
Okay. Interesting.
I think they would both have to happen for it to be true.
Yeah.
Well, Seattle could still be last.
Stafford would have to get hurt for the Cards to take
for the
second.
Cardinals
Yeah.
to finish second, the Rams would have to implode.
Yeah, it's probably both happen that either scenario. Yeah, you're right. I'm with you on that. All right, we're up against it. We're over it. You gotta go to break. Tell us about Randy Wise. Ooh, there's a new Randy Wise read. Well, I'm gonna tell you the old one because I don't have it up right now. Randy Wise, guys. It's a Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour with his new QR code. Make sure you guys scan it. Just head on down there. Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Join the likes of Berlin Edwards, Calvin Johnson, and more at the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up everywhere. They just opened one in Madison Heights, so make sure you go try it. They've got delicious biscuits, New York-style pizza, and the best chicken in the game. To find one near you, go to Sorokis.com. Soroki's, now that's crispy.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. Me's joined by Spimo Rex, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, the microwave. Caleb just went to take a fat shit, and we also have breaking news for you guys on Terry Arnold's injury. Upper body. You have it yet, Chris?
Yes, sir, I do.
Let's get it. Ian Rappaport officially reports the first-round pick, cornerback Terry Arnold, who left practice yesterday with a pec injury, is not expected to miss time in the regular season. Sources say some good news.
That is some good news.
It's great news.
And, I like to hear that. I wasn't too worried about it going into it, but it is good to be reassured that he's not going to be missing any actual meaningful snaps.
Yeah, initially when you see the corresponding move to Gilbert's injury was a cornerback, it made me hesitant a little bit, especially because Terrion's been kind of like, I guess, transparent through like the Rookie Chronicles, or just being available to fans and whatnot. And we haven't heard anything yet. But then when you look into the cornerback situation, he played nickel. We have nobody behind the depth chart behind Meek. Raxter, I understand, just started taking snaps there, so it's not like that was his spot to begin with. And plus, he's looked phenomenal on the outside. Yeah, I was a little nervous at first. Once you look at that stuff, everything seemed to be good, and obviously that seems to be the situation. Terrion Arnold probably sits out, the final 2 weeks? Maybe practices at that final week leading up to Sean McVay and the Rams? At least I hope he's ready and available for that one, just because Sean McVay is one of the better coaches in the league. He get a little tricky.
Yeah, I mean, this is big if he's back for week 1. That's all I was worried about. The Rams, obviously, he just got done talking about the Rams. You got Puka, you got Cooper Kupp. Terrion Arnold needs to be in this lineup because he can be physical with these receivers. Jam them on the line. That's where these two guys excel. Terrion Arnold's going to be a big piece of why this defense is upgraded this season. And to have him back for week 1, hopefully, is a big key in success for that game.
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about these Rams receivers and how important it is to make sure that they don't beat you, because they have 2 of the top 15 receivers in the NFL, and that not a lot of teams can say that. So you need to make sure you stay strapped to those guys.
2 of the top 12, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say 10, but I didn't want to get too aggressive.
I wouldn't have judged you.
These guys are extremely impressive, and it'd be very good feeling to have a guy like Terrion Arnold, who went out there and showed that he can hang with speedy and quick guys off the line in those snaps against the Giants.
Yeah, and I saw a comment in Woodward Sports Chat, Locke sucks so bad he never challenged Arnold. That throw, if you're talking about the one where a lot of people on Twitter were talking about neighbors being open in that Tampa 2 little bracket situation.
If Drew Lock threw that ball, it would have been intercepted.
Yes. Either that, neighbors gets hurt because he gets fucking clean the moment he touches the ball, and only Patrick Mahomes, Stafford, maybe Herbert healthy makes that throw.
Yeah.
Lawrence, maybe Williams nowadays. I don't know.
Goff.
We got to see that situation play out. But, yeah. And, not cornerback Sid fairly well.
Lawrence? You sure about that?
I'm sure about that.
Did they say any update on Raxter?
Nothing on Raxter. Yeah, I will check, though, if you guys want to take over the mic.
Yeah, Spenny on the mic. No.
What up, now?
Yeah. Terrion's playing week 1 versus Puka. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the kid get some real snaps. I'm glad that this isn't anything serious. Hopefully it's just a strain, or you just got a titty twister or something, and he'll be all right. Because when you hear Pack, you don't like that at all. But like I said, hopefully it was just a stinger, something mild, that he'll have to sit out a preseason game. Hopefully he can be good for the dress rehearsal and then be good to go in week 1 versus the Rams.
Yeah, I'm
nothing on Raxter.
Nothing on Raxter.
Yeah. What was it with Rake? Was it
ankle?
Ankle? Oh, okay. Well, he probably just rolled his ankle then.
Like I said, the news came out today. There was an injury that obviously they took somebody off the roster. If there was anything beyond little stingers, just hold them out just the next 2 weeks, there would have been a corresponding move.
If it was anything serious, we would have heard. I feel like we would have heard it yesterday.
Would have heard it yesterday, or again, when they announced the roster moves today, you would have heard, okay, this guy in the pup, this, vice versa. We're good. Detroit Lions are good. This is our year. Nothing gonna stop it. The Eazy Expressway, the Booner Pathway, the Raxter Runway, they're all open for business. Cleared for takeoff.
Flights are cleared for takeoff on the Raxter Runway.
Amen, brother.
The closer we get to the season, it's the more important it seems to be, God damn it. It seems to be more important that these two guys are ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, dude.
No, I'm with you. That's why,
what was it?
Especially
Raxter and Arnold are going to be so important to this team.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
And
Especially
I did not
that
think
first
that.
week.
I didn't think that coming into the season, maybe we were going to let them get some time.
You had Terrion starting week 1.
Where is this coming from?
Raxter with it.
Okay.
I didn't think both of them were going to be so imperative to this team's success defensively. Jesus Christ, take over.
Yeah,
take the wheel.
I talked about how I could see Ennis Rakestraw being that Brian Branch from last year, because he is a guy that was supposed to be a first-round pick, a guy that was a first-round.
I can't wait for you to see tomorrow. Oh, he's not going to practice.
Yeah, that does suck.
You see the Branch, and I know it was against Caden Davis, and it could have been out of bounds. I don't know where they at in terms of the field, but the interception he had yesterday.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, I'm gonna send it in Slack for Chris to play.
Dude, Brian Branch is the man. I love Brian Branch. He is the man.
I
love Jem Caldwell.
Yeah, I think Ben Solik was there yesterday too, and his takeaways were just nobody's consistently catching balls against Brian Branch. other than Amon-Ra St. Brown. Which I will say, Amon-Ra St. Brown did kind of clown him on one of those situations. Lions kind of did Brian Branch dirty for posting it, but
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
I get it. Let me find you this Branch play, though.
I'm excited to see J-Mo going off. That's for sure.
Do you want me to send the Amon-Ra clown on Brian Branch or Brian Branch clown on Caden Davis? Or both?
Brian Branch. They're both.
All right. This is what came up first, so here's the Amon-Ra St. Brown one. Give Chris some time to upload it, ladies and gentlemen. And let me get you the Brian Branch one. It was an absolute grown man play. Caden Davis caught the ball. Brian Branch just fucking ripped it out of his hand and started running the other way.
Hell yeah.
Caden Davis was like, can you do that? What's going on? Come on, where is it?
I'm excited. I'm excited. And we're going to see more out of that. We're going to see him patrolling that secondary as a safety. You know, he's playing full-time safety this year. So, God, dude, these stupid fucks in their old cars. I hate it so much.
I hate them.
But we're going to see more of that. We're going to see more of Brian Branch getting hands on balls. Pause. We're going to see more of him at the point of attack with receivers. I'm really excited to see, Honey Brancher 2.0 out there making plays.
I like it, Honey Brancher. That's the style of play he plays with. I doubted it last year, too, because I was like, there's just no way that this kid looks this good this soon. And no, we were wrong. Everything you heard out of camp was legit, and I'm telling you the other stuff, too.
Pick 6 in week 1.
It's there. I got the
Amon-Ra one.
All right, do the Amon-Ra one, and I feel bad for playing this for your Branch, but it's the first one I found.
All right.
Grab that Branch one, too, though,
Yep.
because he needs a recovery after this one.
I mean, Amon-Ra will make anybody look stupid.
It's fair. But look at it. Tightly contested. Come on, huh? Ain't no thing to the GOAT.
Then hyping up the crowd after.
It's crazy because I know that the cool thing to say nowadays is aura, but there's a lot of guys in this team that just have that. Amon-Ra for damn sure. Just that move, but following up with the. Come on, huh?
Are you not entertained?
And then I know you saw the rep the other day too. We didn't show it, but or Branch knocking it out of Amon-Ra's hand from over the top of his head.
Yeah.
Fucking this guy's savage.
You got the Branch one too?
Yes, I do.
Here we go. Cody Ingle, Jahmyr Cook Sub-Zero yesterday. Yeah, I saw that.
Give me that shit. Oh!
Yeah, no. Just ripped it from his hand. I can't. Oh, they are in bounds, right?
Yeah, for sure. Caden Davis was salty.
Oh, yeah.
He can't do that.
You getting covered in the team with that attitude. I ain't gonna lie. No
Give me
offense,
that
brother,
shit.
but come on.
Yeah, you got to chase him down.
Yeah, don't just look. That's why I said I don't know if they're out of bounds.
Don't pull the LeBron. Chase him down.
That's why they had to be out of bounds, right?
No, they were not out of bounds.
He just didn't chase him.
Yes.
That
won't get you a
not
spot.
a good look for Dan Campbell. Sick argument says Rickshaw will be most effective on run defense. He's got liabilities in pass coverage against 1s and 2s. I mean, he's a rookie. He's gonna have to develop. I think he'll get there though. I think he's definitely shown the potential. He's gonna be one of those guys who's a little bit more touchy, a little bit more grabby. But if he gets away with it, he's gonna be good, man. I do have concerns with Rakerstraw's. I'm sorry, maybe both of them really. I think Rakerstraw's faster than Arnold, but Arnold's speed at times. I think that's why I think we'll be running a lot more Tampa 2 than we're expecting. I know we drafted these guys, and a lot of talk was like, hey, AG finally got his man coverage guy. But, in my opinion, just from what I've seen, it's been a lot of Tampa 2 in practice, just like you guys saw in the preseason game. I don't think they're just practicing to run vanilla defenses. I think that's what we're going to be doing this season. And it makes sense when you have, like you said, Brian Branch patrolling out there.
Mm-hmm.
They're all playmakers. Let one guy get their hand on the ball, and the other guys capitalize on it. I think they can do so. Brandon Joseph, another interception yesterday, too. That's 3 in a row now for him. Preseason game, Sunday, and yesterday too.
Yeah.
He's making the team.
No, he's making the team for sure.
Are you disappointed at all or nervous at all for man coverage? Are you comfortable with playing more zone?
No, I'm comfortable playing zone. And I think they're going to play man too. I don't think he's just going to get away from what he knows and what he likes to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I just don't think they got to practice playing man as much.
Yeah.
They know, these guys can play man. Man is much easier to go out there and play without practicing it than figuring out zone coverage and how you interact with your safeties. Man's just, there's your man, stay on your man. And I don't think you got to do that much with, you don't got to practice that much with Carlton Davis, definitely not. And Terrion Arnold's been doing that at Bama, so.
I'm a Rakestraw slappy. Don't misread. Special teams play was best in NCAA for DBs. He actually was phenomenal on the punt team, too, last week. He played a lot of snaps.
He played a lot of snaps.
So, I mean, I'm cool with anybody getting some rest. I don't care rookie or not. Just let him come in healthy. That's all I'm asking for. Nick, were you about to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, where are you at with the Puka and Kupp matchup for these cornerbacks specifically, because those are two kind of slower receivers that are more methodical in their route running.
Yeah.
So it might not burn us as much when you talk about the speed for our cornerbacks.
Yeah, where does each line up? Is Puka more in the slot?
No, Puka's more outside. Kupp's more in the slot.
Yeah. Because I know...
Put Carlton on
It felt
Puka.
like Puka was like literally just Kupp 2.0 in that system.
Yeah.
When Kupp came back, and I really couldn't tell who was doing what.
I mean, Puka's bigger. So Puka's going to be the outside guy more.
Yeah.
Than Kupp will. So you put I would say you put Carlton on Puka and put Terrion on Kupp.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. See.
Welcome to the league, Rook. Guard one of the best route runners in the NFL.
Last year, 60% of the time, Cooper Kupp was in the slot.
Yeah.
What is it saying for Puka? Saying I spelled Puka's name wrong. Is it a K?
Puka, yeah.
Why did I think it was a C?
Because you're an idiot.
Yeah, Puka only 30% in the slot. So I'm thinking Carlton Davis on Puka because he's your bigger body guy. Although Puka's fast too.
He is fast.
He had a 4.57.
Not that fast.
Yeah. No, he's fast. I mean, he's on the field though. He's
got
play
more
speed.
football speed.
Yeah, he's got play speed for sure. A Kupp. I mean, Brian Branch did really well actually against him. He was banged up. It wasn't like probably this version of himself, but whoever, even if you have a nickel on him, like a Meek or whatever, you probably have Brian Branch kind of hovering over in that situation. Yeah. Honey Brancher. Yeah, I'd probably say that's the matchup. What do you think? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, 100%.
Like 100% or like 100%?
Both, actually. Because that's what I said. But, Swiss, I was about to speak.
Swiss Insurance, guys, make sure you're getting your insurance from the best. It's my guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance. He's #1 pick when it comes to selecting your insurance. 313-530-1698 or email mark@swissins.com. That's 313-530-1698 or email mark@swissins.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
The Ally Challenge presented by McLaren is back August 22nd through 25th at Warwick Hills and Grand Blanc. Be there for PGA Tour Champions Golf, Family Night, concerts, and more. Tickets start at just $15. Get yours at allychallenge.com today.
Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in the locations of Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation are all included with the chance to play the championship at Ford Field for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with BGCSM 3C Sports.
Wilson, one guy doesn't check the same receiver the whole game, they rotate. That's actually depending on the game plan. We saw this happen with this defensive coordinator AG, albeit it was Jeff Okudah, but against Justin Jefferson. And he helped with a little bit of bracket coverage too, but they did the job.
They did.
Justin Jefferson was shut down for most of the game, and then the other situation too, Carlton Davis, that's been like his role with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think that's part of the reason Brad Holmes acquired him. So yeah, he may also shadow a guy the entire game. But with Puka, I don't think you need to shadow him, unless I'm speaking disrespectfully of him, because he was pretty fucking good last year. We have like 1,300 yards his rookie season. It's honestly insane. That is knuckin' fuds.
Yeah, something like that.
But speaking of guys from other teams, it's time to go around the league with our guy Nicholas Kohloff.
Shout out to Greg72.
Shout out to Greg72.
Shout out Greg.
Oh, by the way, Greg, don't get hyped up, man. It's not even a real Bears fan.
Yeah, heavyweights take no shit.
It's Detroit supremacy.
Yeah,
he's getting trolled right now.
He's a fake Lions fan.
He's a fake Lions fan.
Loses how much money to you one time and just throws it all in.
367. He's a little lost his mind after the L. Yeah. Get well, Hunter.
Yeah, that's real. Talking about somebody that needs to get well around the league right here, fellas. J.J. McCarthy is having knee surgery, and Sam Darnold will be the starter. Is this actually better for J.J. McCarthy in the long run for his career to be sitting in his first year?
No, it's not better for him to have knee surgery. I think you'd want to get as many reps as you can. I don't think tearing a meniscus would be better for anybody.
Nobody's
good decision by him to tear.
Nobody's looking back and like, thank God I tore my meniscus.
To be not rushed into action in his first season in the NFL.
I don't think he was going to be rushed into action anyways. I don't think there was a plan to start him week 1 or anything like that. He was going to sit the bench for a little while anyways. I think he would rather get into more reps with his soon-to-be, all worldwide receiver in a year before it actually means something. Because this year's kind of a throwaway for the Vikings.
No, I think he needs the reps. I don't think he's a beneficiary. I think that was the game plan either way. Rolling him out is, QB2, getting the reps in practice, maybe a few reps the first team too to end it. And I think this is a small delay in what he's going to be, because MCLs, I've dealt with them myself. They're limited time hampering, I guess. It's not like nothing's going to rag on you for the rest of your career. Yeah.
I feel like sometimes GMs and owners like to rush in their rookie quarterbacks, and it can end up screwing up their development. I mean, you think about a guy like Jordan Love that was able to sit. You think about a Mahomes that was able to sit. Those are two of the best guys, obviously. I think it might actually end up being better for him in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, it'll mess you up if you're a bum and you're not ready for it. But if you're C.J. Stroud, you go out there and you dog everybody.
All right, and speaking of a guy that's also from Michigan, Harbaugh will not be the honorary captain for the Michigan season opener. Is it time to close the yearbook and move on from both sides?
Wait, what?
Yes, I do. He's not coming back. I don't think he's coming back to college football. If he does, it'd be probably an advisory role. He's no longer the honorary captain for Michigan.
Who fucking cares?
But it probably has to do with like whatever the NCAA, the show cause that they gave him to. So yeah, not a big deal. But Jim Harbaugh's on to the LA Chargers. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. Justin Herbert, fuck another injury, bro.
Yeah,
this guy.
It should have been time to close the book months ago when he left in the first place. Like, he left. He's not your coach anymore. He's not worried. Like, he's worried about winning a Super Bowl. I.e. Pete Carroll. Like, it's what happens. He got you guys a championship, and that's awesome. He's going to get a statue for sure. He should have Schembechler Hall should be immediately renamed to Harbaugh Hall, because Harbaugh didn't let his players get touched by coaches. But doctors, sorry. I expect Harbaugh to, obviously he's got that 4-year show clause, whatever that means. I don't know exactly what that is, but I assume it's like you can't show your face with the organization. But no, we know how hyper-focused and how serious he is about what he's doing, so he's going to be focused on the Chargers until he's not the coach of the Chargers anymore. And even then, he's probably going to try to win another Super Bowl if he doesn't.
Yeah, I think that, you should have just saw this coming with the way things played out. I mean, it would have never went any other way. And ultimately, he is going to forever be by the University of Michigan, even if there is the kind of way it ended. He's going to be loved there. He got them their national championship. He did what Michigan has been dying to do for years. So I think, at the end of the day, this is just what you should have expected when he left, and given the circumstances that he left. But ultimately, it doesn't affect his legacy there at Michigan. They will always love him till he dies. Nobody cares that, things went the way they went or ended the way they ended.
At this point, you got to stop answering questions if you're Harbaugh. I think you got to stop answering questions about Harbaugh if you're Michigan. Move on from both sides. Close the yearbook officially. Around the NFL, we're going down south, fellas. The Dolphins' Jalep Phillips, activated off the PUP list, says getting past Achilles injury will make me a monster. In 42 games, he has 26 starts and 22 sacks. Can he be a difference maker to help the Dolphins win the AFC East?
Absolutely. If they're going to win that division, they need some Jaden Phillips. I mean, they had him and Chubb briefly, and had he stayed healthy, I feel like they could have did more damage into the playoffs and whatnot. But unfortunately, they suffered a lot of injuries, and it's half the reason Wink got paid by the Minnesota Vikings. So I like Jaden Phillips a lot. I really do. I think he came out of the same draft class as Hutch, too, and I remember watching him coming out, and Just wondering whoever gets this guy is a little bit of a project, but he could be something, and he's looking like something. 26 starts, 22 sacks. That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, they're 1,000% going to need him. He is their pass rush. They don't have really anybody else, unless they trade for Reddick or Judon.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think he needs to be a difference maker for that team, especially losing Wilkins in the middle. But speaking of the AFC East here, fellas, Aaron Rodgers won't judge Hassan Reddick for his holdout, but says being on the Jets is obviously best for him. Will he be a Jet when the season starts? Yes or no?
Yes, they will. I think they let out the game plan. Unless there's like true like animosity where like he grows to hate the coach, Rob Salah, or front office, whoever it may be. They're going to find him every single time. So he's either going to pull Le'Veon Bell and just sit out a year and then get paid fat by whoever's like looking to grab him at that point, pause, or he's just gonna come back because he knows what it is. But with that Jets, such an ugly mishap on your part. Like, you literally had the fucking second coming of this kid and Bryce Huff. You could have kept for cheaper. Like, you knew Hassan Reddick wanted to get paid. Mm-hmm. It's the silliest trade, in my opinion, if you're not gonna pay him. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, I think they're gonna work something out. They have to. Like you said, if they traded for him and then they just lose him for nothing, that would be one of the worst trades in the NFL since Trey Lance. So they're definitely going to make that happen because, like Eazy said, it was obvious that this was a clause of him playing and being effective this year was to get a long-term contract.
And this is by Nick Baumgartner of The Athletic. It's a list of second-year breakout players, and I want you guys to tell me which one of these players is the most intriguing to you and that's due for the biggest breakout. We're going to start with offense. It's quarterback Will Levis, running back Tajay Spears, wide receivers Tank Dell, Jaden Reed, and Josh Downs, and tight ends Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. Talk about a lot of Packers on this list. Which one of those guys do you guys think is due for the biggest breakout?
It's a big list. You just one more time.
Will Levis,
okay.
Tajay Spears, Tank Dell, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, Luke Musgrave, and Tucker Kraft.
Dell. I mean, did he have does he have a second-year breakout? I feel like he broke out last year.
Yeah, I think he did too.
And I get that
he got hurt.
He got hurt, and I get Stephon Diggs is there, and obviously Nico Collins too. But it feels like there's already the chemistry there, and he obviously can go deep, and Stroud and him already have like the chemistry connecting those deep balls. This is easy. This is a layup for me. It's Tank Dell, but if not, probably Will Levis or Musgrave for me.
I would say Will Levis. I'm also looking at Dalton Kincaid. I talked about that. I think he should be on that list as a guy who is going to be fantasy pretty high. I would take him as a fantasy tight end this year.
Oh, is this a fantasy question or just like player?
No, just in general. But I think
he got mentioned.
If you're a damn good fantasy player, you're going to have a breakout season as a guy. I think he's going to be a red zone demon for the Bills this year.
Yeah, I agree. I believe he was mentioned in the article as if like he already broke out, so that's why he was not a part of this list here. But I'm intrigued with Jaden Reed for the Packers. If he turns into the Packers' #1 receiver,
he led him in receiving yards last year.
And if he, kind of goes in this year, I think he is due for a massive season with Jordan Love. I got a defensive side of the list. You guys want to rip it right now, or
let's rip it?
I do have a little bit of breaking news. Ennis Rakestraw went on Instagram Live and said he's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So I saw that chat. Yeah. I should have said that.
Let's go.
Like I said, he probably just rolled his ankle or something.
Yeah. Thank God that he's healthy. So on the defensive side of the ball for breakout players, just FYI, a couple Lions on this list. We got Thule from the Chargers, Keanu Benton from the Steelers, Kalijah Kancey from the Bucks, and Carl Brooks from the Packers. Which one of those defensive linemen are you guys most intrigued by?
Kalijah, what's his name?
Kancey,
who else?
Benton, Thule, and Brooks from the Packers.
Numbers-wise, it's going to be Kancey. Mm-hmm. But I think affecting game-wise, I think my guy Benton could be in that conversation too.
I think it's Kancey either way. I think he's going to have a big year. He's going to be asked to do more. They're going to have more.
He's finally healthy.
They're going to have more faith in him. He's finally healthy, and they still got Vita Vea, who's one of the best block eaters in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm with
Probably
you.
the best.
I like Kancey a lot coming out of the draft. I think he's due up for a massive season. And we're going to go linebackers and DBs. We're mixing them all in. We got Jack Campbell. We got Servakia Dennis from the Bucks, Otis Reese from Tennessee, and then for the DBs, we got Christian Gonzalez from the Pats, Brian M. Branch from the goddamn Lions, Jordan Battle from the Bengals, and Stevenson from the Bears. Who do you guys like out of those groups?
Brian Branch, baby. Brian Branch, Christian Gonzalez for sure. Ben Solik, by the way, was at Detroit Lions camp the past 2 days, and I guess a lot of the same takeaways on Jack Campbell is like he's there in the mic, he's vocal, he's calling the plays. Just wait to see what he's going to do in coverage.
Yeah.
But, easily Christian Gonzalez and our guy Brian Branch by a mile.
Yeah, it's Brian Branch, and I don't think it's relatively close. Like, the guy is going to be playing full-time safety, so he's going to be in on 90% of Detroit's defensive snaps this year, and I think he has a all-pro season.
Literally got moved to safety, he's going to make more plays. Like,
Yeah.
And Christian Gonzalez played really well last year.
Christian Gonzalez played well for sure.
Due up for a massive season is Brian Branch. I think the most intriguing guy on this list is obviously Jack Campbell, Brad Holmes, first rounder. You go linebacker. Can he develop into that absolute leader on the defensive side of the ball for this Detroit Lions team? I think we wanted to see more out of training camp and preseason so far, but I still got big hopes for Jack Campbell.
Amen.
Amen. Shout out.
Let's get it. Now, it's time for me to let you guys know if you want to move to Detroit and become part of the largest fan base. You got to call my guy Mark White. Hit him up today at 248-290-8242 or visit him at markwhitesells.com right now. He can save you up to $5,000 in closing costs on the purchase of your new home. That's 248-290-8242. Again, visit him at markwhitesells.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service to customers who come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford together. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Chris has been it's been good. It's been better. And so today we decided to award him.
What the fuck is that
with a basketball topic. Coach JB Bickerstaff was on Richard Jefferson's podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to Caleb for sending me the link, not Chris. He fucked up there. And here's what he had to say about joining the Detroit Pistons.
Why Detroit? Why now?
I just thought the situation was awesome, to be honest with you. I hadn't planned on getting back in as quickly as I did because there were no jobs open. But as soon as Trajan reached out, like the conversations that I had with him, just put me in a place where, like, I thought, I was just confident that he was going to be able to lead us and help build something that's going to be special. When you talk to Trajan, like, there's a calmness to him. There's a presence, like, he has a plan. And he's got confidence and he gives you confidence in the plan. And then, working myself through the process, finally talking to Tom Gores, and seeing what he was looking for and what he was willing to do in order to make it successful. For me, it was a no-brainer. Looking at the roster, the young talent that there was there, and this is where I feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, rebuilding and helping young players develop and get better is one of my strengths. So I thought the opportunity to work with these young guys, follow under Trajan's leadership, have the resources that Tom Gores is willing to give us. I just thought it was the right thing.
This is why it is different than the last regime. And I know that people don't want to say that and you don't want to give it that credit because it's too early, but that is the difference. Because if you compare that to Monty's presser, where he was very much just whatever, blah about it. There was no direction. Tom Gores and Troy Weaver, neither of them wanted to speak. They both looked at each other on who's talking. No, everything about this is different. The fact that JB came in and said, first of all, Trajan, his vision, I believe in it. I'm glad to be a part of it. Not gonna lie, I got a little bit of PTSD when he said I almost thought about taking the year off. That did kind of concerned me, but that is why this is different, is because this is a unified front. Now the difference is, will they be able to execute this vision? That's what we have to see. But the difference is that they have a unified vision, and that's totally different than what we had last year. And that's why this is important, and that's why you should start to buy into the Pistons.
Yeah, for me it's the transparency. I like that they're not trying to hide behind lies, much like the Illiches have been doing lately, or just like the same shit Troy was kind of telling you every single time, like, oh yeah, we want to compete this year. Oh, this year's the year. Like, no, this is a rebuilding situation, and that's where I'm comfortable at. I've done it beforehand. And the fact that he gave back into Trajan Langdon, I feel like that's huge for me, just because like we know what it is here in Detroit. Like, we're just not going to get the big name free agents. We're just not, unless Tom Gores wants to trade for him and he forces it. But you don't want Tom Gores making the basketball decisions. You want Trajan making the basketball decisions. Tom Gores wanted to trade for Blake Griffin, and I hold that as a bad trade. It kind of dicked us, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Shea selected with that pick as well?
Yes.
Like, he could have easily been the MVP last year. Not to say that we would have drafted him in that situation, but I guess a nod to Trajan, though. Like, I have faith in what I've seen so far. Obviously, we drafted Bobby Klitman. We were all like, yo, are we allowed to like this pick as much as we did? And then you see Summer League, and it is Summer League, but you saw potential, I guess. And I think the term we were using is they came as advertised, right? He was knocking down threes and passing the ball. I think Holland's got a little bit more room to grow, but nonetheless, I wasn't necessarily disappointed with the pick.
Yeah, it's I'm not going to be like, oh, this means they're back.
40 wins!
Yeah, 40 wins. Look out. The coach is saying things that a head coach should when he gets the first job. Like, what's he going to say? Go up there. This is kind of the only option I had. This is the only team that gave me an offer, so here I am. Like, this is what you're going to say as the head coach. So, I'm glad to hear it, for sure. But it's nothing that I'm going to fawn over.
I think to me is the biggest thing is just the leadership. It just seems different from this coaching staff already. Just like from what the vibe that I get is he would never let the 28 game losing streak happen. Like, Monty just seems like he gave up last year, and it doesn't seem like JB Bickerstaff is a guy that would ever give up. And that's one thing that stands out to me. I just want these guys to take pride in playing for the city again. And I think mixing in those veterans and a big leap from a guy like Cade Cunningham is a reason this team is going to start winning games again. How many games? That's yet to be seen, but I'm excited, to be honest. Yeah, for the first time in a while.
And I love that he talked about his strength, which he believes, and I agree with him, is developing young talent. I think that was important. That was a key identifier of him in this process as a lead candidate and ultimately the head coach, was that he has been known to develop young talent. And that's important for a roster that, has a lot of young talent, and we don't know which way it's going to go. You have Cade Cunningham. That's your young talent, your foundational piece. But outside that, you got a lot of other talent on this roster that you don't know. Ivy, where does he play into all this? Is he a sixth man? Can he start with Cade? All of those discussions. Asar has all these wonderful tools, but is he going to be able to develop into a player that you can really rely on, or is he going to be a role player? Jalen Duren, a center that's fawned over by the entire league. You got Paul George. You got everybody in the NBA calling this guy a beast loading, and yet we have seen mixed results so far. So this is why he's here, is to develop this young talent, not just in terms of will they stay or not, but also build up their value so that if they don't fit, you're not trading them for pennies on the dollar. Because I think that was a big thing that we came into this offseason feeling like yeah, we have all this young talent, but, what's the value of them? Like, Ivy's value was a lot lower than it was last season. Asar's value, you really want to give up on a guy that just had a incomplete rookie season. Jalen Duren, you really want to give up on a guy that young? It was just a very awkward situation to be in. So hiring a guy like JB Bickerstaff, who is going to get the best out of young talent, is a good thing for the Pistons, not just in terms of wins this year, but also in terms of building their value so that you can get the right pieces surrounding them going forward.
I'm with you. I just like, again, transparency that was there. It's going to be a rebuilding process. Don't expect anything crazy. And it sounds like he's got his boots in the ground and committed to the bit. So the bit. It's not a bit. It's committed to the job.
Yeah, and
I should have said that.
He went on to say later in that podcast, the same thing he said at the press conference. I want to play Detroit Pistons basketball, and he got into the history of it, and you love it. And that's something you're not going to see, in November. It's going to take time for this team to get together because, again, this was a 14-win team. So they made some roster overhaul. They made some coaching changes, but a transformation doesn't happen just like that. It takes a lot of time to build a culture and identity, but JB Bickerstaff has given me nothing but reasons to believe that he can change this culture.
Fair. Tell us about merch.
Are you tired of the same old Detroit sports merch? Head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab today. They got brand new hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to woodwardsports.com, get one of those fly pieces of merch like Boo Them Kids to wear at the Lions opening day game against the Rams. Make sure to get that shirt and boo those kids.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live, WoodWardSports.com. Your boy Eazy, joined by Spinball Raxter, young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
Caleb, colorblind. And the explosive.
And the explosive.
Speaking of explosive, how was your poop?
Wasn't a poop. I had technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's what I call it too.
My laptop's messing up. I'm going to the back.
No. I'm actually not a public pooper. I can't do it.
You got toilet paper on your shoe.
You just made up a lie. Right there.
I can poop anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah, how'd you play football and not become a public pooper? That's like...
I would just wait after practice.
No fucking
way.
I literally can't do it. I can't do it.
That's probably why you pulled your hamstrings holding in the fucking turd while you're running.
No, I've never pooped here.
Trying to pinch your cheeks and stride. That shit was not working out.
It's honestly probably why.
Out from holding in turds. Dude, I like when people walk in when I'm pooping.
What? No.
Well,
okay.
Don't agree with
that part.
I like
now
asserting
just somewhere
dominance.
different.
Somebody walks in here and hear them, just let it go. And they're like, oh my God, you're goddamn right. It's a good feeling.
No.
And dude, like that bathroom too, like there's a huge echo on it. I can hear farts from hallways away.
You're goddamn
that
right.
Is true.
I don't like it.
Brady will text me and be like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah.
Mailbag from Aaron to the Stone. Yo, fellas, was it just me or was it season 2 finale?
Why'd you say it like that?
Say what? Like what? Yo, fellas, like that. Yo, fellas, was it just me or was the season finale of House of Dragons season 2 straight dog water? I thought for sure it was one more episode, but fuck, that finish sucked. That was awful.
It was pretty tough.
Fucking that
It
season, low key was kind of.
We got edged.
moments.
We got edged for a whole season.
Yeah.
They took.
You're gonna get such a good dragon battle.
Although
you saw that first one.
There
that
was one.
Sick.
There was
wait,
one.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a dragon battle with like 5 different dragons. Just wait.
Yeah, you read the actual book, so like, I felt like they extended out like 2 chapters into an entire season. Did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Just a straight fucking money grab.
Yeah, I thought
Although-
the one dragon battle was sick as fuck though. Them killing the god. The names throw me off, but the ant, obviously, I forget her name, but when he comes up after she's going over the castle,
The queen that never was.
Yeah.
takes out the neck. That
Rest
was
in
sick.
peace.
Who are you guys pulling for?
Team Black.
Dude, Team Black all day.
Yeah, what you mean?
If you're a fan of the Greens, you can get out.
Literally.
Honestly, they're all
were-
fucking pussies, dude. Team
Literally,
Black.
Team Green. The head of Team Green was like, "Yo, we gotta.
Yeah.
We're out.
We fucked up.
Yeah. That's honestly all
Yeah.
her fault too. Dumb
Yeah.
bitch.
Straight out of the hangar. We
She's
fucked
way
up.
hotter
I fuck with
outside.
Eamon though. Eamon's the man.
Yeah, Eamon's pretty dope. I can't. Don't tell us what happens. But I can't wait to watch Eamon and Damon. They
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
scrap
dude.
it out.
Oh, for sure.
I think I heard George R.R. Martin say Damon was his favorite character. So I'm assuming he wins. Don't. I'm not.
No
gonna
wonder the way they were
The,
setting up all his
battle
weird
over the
dreams.
God's Eye, man. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
So what's the Battle of the Gold? Is the next one?
Yes.
And that's in the water.
Yes. And then battle over the God's Eye is one of the last of the series.
Shout out Chris, listening all the way from Idaho.
Shout out, Idaho.
Idaho, baby.
Shout out. Oh,
Love
real
your
quick, too.
potatoes, Chris.
Damon Dice. I do appreciate you listening to us, but the Bears is not a threat this year. Like, they may beat us in individual combat, they may beat us in a battle, but we're on a road to a Super Bowl. Unless they make the playoffs, I'm truly not worried about that team until next year or years to come. You guys are built nicely, but just this year ain't it. Defense is nice. Obviously got Caleb Williams and all that other good shit going on, but we ain't stressed about the team making a playoff.
We ain't worried.
Gotta be honest with you. Ain't tripping. I tried DLP, but those timeouts, even you don't say anything disrespectful. That's funny.
Well.
Oh, who is sending me Boodum Kids? Oh.
Hot Tub Time Machine is a great movie.
I can't shit in public. I feel so exposed. This is Dean C&T. Hot Tub Time Machine is a phenomenal movie.
I don't understand that at all.
Dude,
I can poop right here, right now.
There's no way you play football and can't poop in public. That's just
Why? What does football
part of
have to
maturing
do
as a
with that?
man.
I never
Because you don't
think-
go to a practice where you're hitting each other with fucking
turds in your gut.
Yeah, I never had to poop before football ever. I don't think.
No one on your team could hit. That's for sure.
That's not true.
No one on your team was
You
hitting
never
shit.
got you never got the shit knocked
No,
out of you?
Legion of Boom. Yeah.
No, Legion of Boom. No, never have.
That's definitely why you tore both your hamstrings. You were clenching while you were
No,
running.
I honestly
Titan stride.
can't remember one time where I really had to poop at football practice ever.
Oh, I got it done before practice.
Yeah.
In practice, just
never
missing
did.
reps.
Never at school. I mean, I'd fake it a ton. I'd go to the
I
bathroom
poop in
and just
school
sit in
like
the
every
stall,
day. Like I said, the stall that didn't have a door on it. There was a stall in one of my bathrooms that didn't have a door on it.
Yeah, you told that story.
I'll poop in that one, and people would walk in.
I mean,
on-
that's
Are you a public pooper, Nick?
psychotic. That's like
It's fun.
Yeah, but like people. So you're fine with just people watching you poop?
Yeah, I don't
No one's
care.
watching you poop. You're in a stall.
He went in the stall with
Yeah,
no door.
I don't believe him. He's weird.
I swear to God.
One of
swear
the-
to God in my life.
You didn't believe in God.
One of the most fun
I do
things in
believe in
high
God.
school was like getting
baptized
together
and
with some
confirmed.
buddies and doing shit and dips. Where you'd throw in a chew and then you'd be like shitting next to your buddy. You'd just be chewing.
I did
Chew to
battle
make me shit.
shits. I did battle shits. I never did shit and dips.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
not- I'm not a
that was
dip
what we called
guy.
it. Shit and
I
dip.
feel like dip did really. Anytime I dipped, I did feel like I had a puke in or shit.
Yeah,
Every
it
single
definitely
time.
helped out shitting.
It's an enhancement.
I did battle
It
shits.
definitely
I
is.
used to, you go by your friend in the stall, and whoever poops louder wins.
See, that's the thing I can't do is
Never
pooping next to
heard
somebody
that.
else that's pooping.
No?
Like I'll never voluntarily go next to a guy that's pooping because I don't want to smell your
this
shit.
is crazy.
on my shoulder.
Yeah, sometimes you wouldn't even be shitting. You'd just be dipping on the shitter. You know?
Yeah, see, that
Everyone
sounds-
loves their own brand.
But
Well,
but that'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button for Eazy, for Nick, for Caleb the Quiet Pooper, for Chris. I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.